Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Today we'll be talking about micro machines. We referenced that in our first video. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to go back and watch it. We do have the link down in the description for you. But yeah, let's get on with micro machines. So micro machines are basically like really tiny action figures, and then there's like play sets that go along with them. We referenced in our previous video a micro machine set that looked like this. This was the one we talked about in the first episode here on our YouTube channel. This is Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racing. Basically, you had these guys here, the pod racers, and they were about the size of a Hot Wheel. You would load them into these launchers, and then you'd push the button, and then you'd see how far it went, and whoever went furthest between you and your friend was the winner. And then we could see on the back here, there was a ton of different pod racers you could have gotten separately to play with. There's vehicles that do not go with this, but they are micro machines. Other ones that are vehicles, there's some characters. Right there shows basically a play set here, and then another play set here that is a character playset. Basically, you fold it up and it makes a character when you're done playing with it. Otherwise, when you want to play with it, you open it up and there's a battle scene. So, moving on from this one, we're going to take off and we're going to look at a couple other micro machines. The first one that I want to look at least the first couple, are some of them that I had as a kid and some of them that I didn't. But what's really cool about them is that they make objects as well. Because like the last one we just saw was it made Jar Jar Binks, and then there was a diorama one also. But this one I did have as a kid. Star Wars Vader's Lightsaber Micro Machine is basically when you fold it up, it's Darth Vader's lightsaber. But if you open it up, you can see here, it's basically the Death Star attack. So there's a trench run right here. It does come with an X-Wing. And basically, you move your X-Wing along here, and then when it hits here, the reactor blows up. There's a stand for characters. So there's one here, there's one here. You do get those in the form of tiny figures, as you can see there. There's the X-Wing that we talked about, Vader. There's Tarkin. And then there's also Imperial Trooper there. That's one of the playsets that we got here for you. Another one we got is Luke's binoculars. So it comes with a Y-Wing. We got a Rebel pilot, which is Wedge Antilles. And then the other person in there is Luke Skywalker. And then there's the little red droid as well. That's called an R5 droid. So yeah, this one, I'll take a closer look in the back. If you fold it up, it turns into Luke's binoculars. But if you open it up, it turns into the Rebel base. So in episode 4, right before the Death Star attack, they were all at the Rebel base. This is what that is. So you have basically the watchtower, and then hangar, and the briefing. And then what's kind of cool is they have a spot here, comes out of the wall, and R2-D2 is there from when he was hooked up and showing everybody the battle station plans. So yeah, that's another one of those. We'll go ahead and give you a little slideshow of a couple others that are just like this type. So here's a couple extra ones. As you can see, micro machines spanned across many different types of playsets. Some included characters such as Luke, Yoda, C-3PO, R2-D2, Boba Fett, so on and so forth. And there was also some that resembled the Death Star. There's a couple of them that came out that were of the Death Star. And then there are some that are dioramas, such as the ones from Hoth. And then there are some that represent ships. So like the slave one that we got here. These are all different types of play sets that came out from Micro Machines in the 90s that represented the original trilogy. There were more that came out later on that represented other movies, so stay tuned for that. Another cool form of the Micro Machines that they did was they did a line of Micro Machines that were just normal ships. Like you could buy packs that were just the ships. You could buy packs that were just characters. But you could also buy packs where they resembled the books. So here's one of the books from back when, before Disney took over. So they would make a Micro Machine that was affiliated with the book. So if we look inside here, opens up kind of like a book. And then you can see different characters and ships that were a part of that book. So for this one, there was Thrawn, a Star Destroyer, Mara Jade, Skip Ray Blast Boat, Wedge Antilles, and Lady Luck. The book ones are a little more rare, I would say, to find nowadays, still in the package. They are a bit pricey on eBay. But yeah, there were some really cool ones that came from the books. Those are really great to accompany them. It's kind of like a visual toy that you can play from the book. And then Micro Machines, so those were all basically from like the 90s. They did not go away. They still make them for the current stuff. One of the more current ones is right here. This one was from Force Awakens. This one folds up to be a stormtrooper. And then when you open it up, it is Jakku. So one thing that was a little odd about this packaging was that when you look on the back, you know, it shows you it all opened up, and it shows obviously the figures that you get right here, but it also shows other figures that you would buy separately. And I found it kind of odd because the scene that they chose to do like never happened in the movie, and I don't think there's any chance that it could have happened in the movie. So that's kind of weird to me. So what I thought was weird about this was over here we see Poe Dameron and Finn together on Jakku, and they're kind of like avoiding the First Order over here. Well, they met on the Star Destroyer, and then they didn't see each other again until they were at the Resistance base. That's when they found out that they were both still alive. So it doesn't quite make sense here. But we'll roll with the punches because it's a cool toy. But yeah, so they had that one. Here's a couple other ones that they had. There was R2-D2, and then a Star Destroyer that opened up and became different play sets. So this one was from Force Awakens. There are ones from The Last Jedi, and I believe there are some in there for Rise of Skywalker. Just in general, Micro Machines did branch across multiple different licenses. There's video games. Unfortunately, no Star Wars ones. I really wish there would be, but there isn't. So there you have it. There's some Micro Machines. We will show a couple other ones here in a small little slideshow. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like the video if you liked it. Make sure to drop a comment. Let us know what you think. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We got more videos coming for you. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. As we mentioned before, Micro Machines were not limited to just the playsets. Micro Machines also spanned out to ships, ground vehicles such as AT-ATs, and little action figures. As we can see here, they branch from the original trilogy all the way up to the new films that have come out today. I hope you've enjoyed this video just as much as I have enjoyed sharing it with you. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you, everybody.